Hello, chocolate friends. Carla here with Opening Chocolate. Today, for the bar bits video, I was inspired by this bar. You can see that with the reflection. It's a 65% chocolate bar with rhubarb as an inclusion from Nordic Chocolate out of Sweden. Unusual to have a vegetable in a bar. But I picked this one because I am so ready for spring, and rhubarb is one of the first spring vegetables that comes up. So a spring-themed bar. Of course, chocolate is a year-round food. You and I know that. So let's talk a little bit about rhubarb. Rhubarb is a perennial in the Polygonaceae or buckwheat family. The edible kind of rhubarb is a hybrid of unknown ram species. It's probably likely to have developed from plants that are native to southern Serbia and north central China. The edible part of the plant is the fleshy celery leaf-like stalks or petioles of the plant. Weirdly though, many people think it's actually a fruit. But you and I, because we know some botany, we know that fruits only come from flowers. And this is definitely not coming from a flower, so it's actually a vegetable, not a fruit. But this perception may have been influenced by the USDA classifying it as a fruit in 1947. Why did they do this? They did this because of tariffs on bringing produce into the country. The tariffs were lower on fruits than vegetables. Hence, it's a fruit. Its precise origins are not known, but evidence of its use shows up in Chinese medicinal texts from at least 1800 years ago and probably earlier. It was also imported along the Silk Road to Europe. But it really gained a foothold as a food item versus like a medicinal use in the late 18th century in England. So the part that one eats of the plant is, like I mentioned, the petiole or the leaf stalk. It looks very similar to celery, but usually it has a really bright red color. You can eat it raw, and you should probably just try it once just to see what it tastes like. But most often it is cooked with a bunch of sugar and sometimes with other fruits as well. So think like strawberry rhubarb pie or strawberry rhubarb jam, that sort of thing. The leaves, on the other hand, of rhubarb are definitely off limits. They are poisonous as they contain high amounts of oxalic acid. Oxalic acid is a nephrotoxin, which means it's very bad for your kidneys. Repercussions of eating too many rhubarb leaves can start with nausea, cramps, progress to kidney stones, but go all the way to death. It's a pretty serious thing. But what does it taste like? The part that you can eat. Well, the raw stalks are pretty mouth-puckering sour, like a lemon. But when it's cooked and you add a bunch of sugar, it becomes much more palatable. Reminiscent of like a tart green apple, a Granny Smith apple with a little bit of a herbal note in there. So you can see how that flavor may work well with cacao. It is pretty unusual to see a vegetable in a chocolate bar, but also super interesting to me, which is why I was talking about this one today for the Bar Bits video. So that's all that I have to say about rhubarb for today. If you've tried this bar or if you've had chocolate and rhubarb in another bar, I want to hear about it. I want to hear your thoughts on rhubarb. So leave me a comment and let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, I will see you next time as we talk about all things chocolate. Thanks for watching.